Hello, welcome to my channel Dharma Mix, and welcome to this project where I'm going to show you how I made this scaly dragon egg. I started out with a decorative egg that I got secondhand. It had these molded pieces on it that I actually want to take off and use for a different project. First off though, I'm taking off the findings. There are some beads and some wires going through the egg so you could hang it. So I removed those, and then I'm trying to very carefully cut off those two molded pieces. Unfortunately, it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be, and it did leave some indentations, but I am left with basically a styrofoam egg. Of course, this would have been just as easy with a brand new styrofoam egg, but Easter was a long time ago and I didn't have one. So as you can see, I'm just using a box of Thumbtacks to make the scales on the egg, and I'm just carefully, one by one, going in a spiral and just pushing in the Thumbtacks, trying to keep them at an equal distance from each other and always overlap them. It's actually the overlapping that locks them into place. And basically only the very last one is the one that actually needs glue, because that one is on top of all the other ones and it's not being overlapped by anything else. I do squirt a little bit of PVA glue in any space that I can see, and there it is. I have a very scaly, shiny dragon egg, but of course I don't want it to be just plain gold. So first I'm applying a base coat of chocolate brown. Actually, I applied 2 or 3 coats of that brown off camera, because it's a very shiny metal and the paint didn't want to stick very well to that shiny metal. After it has fully dried though, I'm going to be applying my real colors. I wanted to create a gradient of greens and blues, and I'm starting out with a mild olive green at the base of the egg. And I'm just applying sort of a first coat to get a feel for what it's going to look like. The second color I'm using is a much lighter green, and I'm sort of blending it right on the egg using the same brush. The gradient is not very smooth at this stage, but this is just the first coat of paint. Now you may be wondering, why did I bother to apply the brown base coats? Besides giving it some tooth for the paint to grab onto, all of those little cracks between the scales are going to show up, and I did not want those to be that stark shiny gold. The fourth color I'm applying is a much deeper blue, but I'm also trying to blend this in. After it dried, I'm applying a second coat, and now it's starting to look more like what I was imagining. Of course, I'm still being mindful of that gradient and trying to blend it really well. But yeah, it did become a bit more blue than green, but I'm actually quite pleased. And this is what it looked like after it dried at this stage. But I'm not finished. I want to make a brown wash. I make this from a transparent brown acrylic paint, some water, and some isopropyl alcohol, so that it really helps with the flow. And as you can see, I'm just dabbing it on and letting it flow into all of those crevices and stain the surface. It was a little bit much. It was taking away too much from those colors I worked hard on to blend, so I'm actually dabbing it off with the clean paper towel, but it still leaves behind a residue that makes it look aged and organic. Of course, the final stage of making the egg look dragon-like and magical is applying some gold paint. Yes, I started with a gold egg and in the end I'm coming back to gold, but this is a much milder, more pleasant, tame gold. And as you can see, all those gradients and the color shift was really worth all the trouble, at least in my opinion. I did not invent the Thumbtack Dragon Egg method. It's been around for a long time and I've seen other people make it. I just really wanted to make my own as well. As for how to display it, I actually wanted to make some sort of nest for this egg. And so this video actually has a second part where I'm going to show you how I made the base for it. Here's a sneak peek. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It was a quick and simple project, nonetheless very satisfying. I hope you're having a nice day. Bye!